I worked recently with an organisation and the CEO said to me, he said, Martin, I need your help. We've got an employee who's negative. We've got an employee who's disruptive. This employee questions everything. They're not communicating with other departments very well. And I really think I'm going to have to make a tough decision. Will you come and do the human iceberg and see if you can find out anything I'm missing? He said, but Martin, let me tell you this person's a director as well. He said, so it's a really, really tricky situation. So I went and I spent some time with this person and this individual. We had a series of one-to-one sessions, and he was absolutely right. This person was negative. This person had a static or a fixed mindset. They seemed incredibly closed. They were almost pushing back on any change in the business. And I thought, yeah, I can see his point here. And then we went down to the second two levels of the iceberg, and what we uncovered was something entirely different. When we uncovered his motivators were actually being triggered by certain things in the business that the CEO wasn't aware of. This person thrived on authority. He didn't like being dictated to. If you gave him empowerment, he would absolutely take it and run with all the positivity in the world. But if you put an ultimatum on him, he would come out fighting. So the first thing was ownership and accountability. The second thing that came out from his motivators was that he liked routine. He liked things to be done the way they should be done. And if anything came in from the side and meant change or disruption, he instantly closed up. Instantly closed up. Especially if it was put onto him in a meeting for the first time as a director. So we made two changes. I fed this back and we made two simple changes. Before any change happens in the business, he's brought into a separate meeting 48 hours before, and we give him the heads up on what's about to happen. He's then got a chance to close up, because your motivators are your motivators, but he's got 2 days to digest it, come back with any concerns and get his hand around. So when we're live in the meeting, he is not going to disrupt it any longer. The second thing we did is give him ownership over change programs. He runs them. He's accountable for them. This instantly gave him the sense of purpose to be able to run with it. It aligned with his motivators, and guess what it did? It fueled better communication with the other departments. 18 months on, that director is in an entirely different space. The CEO said, Martin, I was wrong. And by looking under the covers and just digging a little bit deeper into behaviours and why they're happening, you can come out with an entirely different outcome. He unlocked his potential through a bit of understanding. And he said to me on session 4, Martin, I feel for the first time in the last 10 years that somebody gets me. I feel like somebody gets me. That could have ended up like any other situation where he was exited and the business would have suffered as a result.